Okay.
You have to move the chair around too much.
So these are new chairs for us today.
Oh, wow.
So give me your feedback at the end and we'll decide whether we'll use them or go back to the old standby.
These are more
I feel like that too.
I love these chairs.
Okay. So Zoom is recording, so we're gonna get started. Okay, so sit back in your chair, find your sit bones, settle down and roll your shoulders. Soften your belly. Let's close our eyes. Take a few nice deep breaths. And let the air go all the way down and fill your belly. And as you draw your breath out, squeeze your belly button back towards your spine. Squeeze all the old air out. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Just taking a moment to center, right, be here. Let's move to the front of our chair. So we're at the very edge. And the reason we do that is because it's just as good as standing. We're requiring our core to work, right? Okay, let's use our breath and we'll take the arms out and up. And exhale them out and down. Let's deep breath in, out and up. And let them go up. A few more like that to your own breath. This time, inhale them out and up, and we'll interlace our fingers together and press your palms to the ceiling. Bring your big thumbs together, baby fingers together, and release your fingers out and down. Let's give the hands a shake. And the shoulders a roll. Everything's waking up. Take the arms out and up. Interlace our fingers and press. A little bend in the elbow and we'll go round and round. And we'll stop in the center and go in the opposite direction. Coming back to center, we'll press. Right, and release. Again, give them a shake. Roll those shoulders. Let's work on the shoulders. Up, down, and back. A little squeeze of your shoulder blades. And then release the effort. Up, down, and back, and squeeze the shoulder blades. And one last one. Good squeeze. And release the effort. Let's take the arms out to the side. Pressing through the palms of your hands, fingers are pointing up. And then release the fingers and curl them under and down. I hate the side view of me. Pressing through the heels of your hands, fingers up, and then roll them down and under. Beautiful. And one last time, press, press. And roll. Okay. Let's roll those shoulders again. And release the effort. We're going to draw the arms out to the side with your palms facing up, your fingers on your shoulders, and we'll make some circles backwards. Right in there. If you have shoulder issues, just do the best you can. Start to make the circle a little bigger. And when it's as big as you can make it. And then we'll drop the elbows and drop the arms. Again, out to the side, turn your palms up, fingers on your shoulders. This time I'll circle forward. And then we'll start to make them a little bigger. And lastly, as big as you can make them. And we'll drop our elbows and drop our arms. Let's inhale those arms out to the side with your palms facing forward. And just give yourself a nice big hug, right? We need them. Let's twist from side to side. And then we'll come to the center and notice which arm is on top. We're going to switch it up. Out to the side, palms facing forward, and we'll switch it up. A little twist, side to side. And coming to center. Releasing those arms, we'll go into shape. Let's sit back in our chair. In any particular yoga class, the mission or the intention is to move your spine every which way. So elongating it up, moving it side to side, front and back, and then twist. So let's move the spine side to side. I'm going to hold my hand under the chair here, and the other arm, I'm going to bring it right up next to my ear. So use your breath to straighten and reach, and then the exhale is going to open the whole left side. Inhale, reach and stretch, and exhale, open. See if you can maintain this really strong foundation. And let's inhale up and bring the arm out and down. Beautiful. Opposite side, right up next to your ear. Reach and stretch, and exhale and open. And last one. Okay. Let's reach to the back of our chair. I think these chairs are going to work really nice for this. Let's come to the edge. Ankles under knees, and we'll reach to the back of your chair. Open your chest on the inhale. And then on the exhale, arms out in front, palms together. We're going to round through the spine. Bring your chin to your chest so your neck is nice and aligned. So inhaling and reaching back, opening your chest. Exhale, bring the arms together and round. So to your own breath, reach and close out in front. Let's do two more. And last one. Let's hold it for a breath here. And when you're ready, coming to center and releasing the effort. Let's do a little twist. We'll bring our feet together, big toes together, knees together. And with the left arm out to the side, we'll bring it all the way over to your right knee. The right hand comes on top. We're going to inhale it up at shoulder height and reach it back. Now when you exhale, the hands will close together. Beautiful. So inhale and open. And then exhale and close. And then we'll come to center. Again, those feet together, knees together. This time the right arm and hand all the way over to the left knee. And then the left hand on top. Or inhale, I know it's confusing. Right. Nope, you had to put right the first time. There you go. And inhale up at shoulder height and reach back. You may have.
We all did.
I started on this
I
side.
have to know.
Okay. So it's okay if you're on the left or you're, yeah. We are on the left.
Whatever the
It's okay if you're on the right. We get to
Whatever the
both.
opposite is.
Let's close, come back to seated.
Sorry.
It's okay, don't be sorry. Begin with a nice deep breath and let it go. Ground yourself in your chair. Okay, let's do a forward bend. So begin with a breath in, nice deep breath, fill your belly. And as you exhale, glide your hands down over your knees and hold for a breath. The next time you inhale, gently walk those hands up and back. So long hair is new for me. I have to get like a something. Oh, thank you. It's always in the way. Again, a nice deep breath. And glide your hands over your knees, down to your ankles. And when you're ready, inhale and walk the hands back to seated. Let's do that one more time, starting with a nice deep breath in. And exhale, fold forward. When you're ready, inhale and walk those hands up and over. If you get a little wishy-washy feeling when you do that, it's completely normal and fine as long as it goes away. If it doesn't go away, that could be a problem. Okay, let's take our right knee into your chest, give it a little hug. And then your left knee into your chest, give it a little hug. And we're going to stretch your right leg out in front. And then your left leg out in front. Go back to the right and left. And one more on each side. Let's go back to the right and stretch it out. And we'll add a reach towards the ankle, so like a forward bend. And the minute you start to inhale, glide your hands up and back. We'll go to the other side. Left leg, stretch it out and add a reach. Inhaling up and back. Let's go back to the right, stretch it out and add a reach. And back to the left. Stretch it out and add a reach. Inhale it back and up. And let's do both legs. Stretching both legs out in front. Create a little bump in your knee. I think that helps to make you feel safer, like you're not going to fall forward. And as you exhale, reach down towards your ankles. And as you inhale, glide the hands back and up and feet on the floor. Let's sit up nice and tall. And we'll bring our big toes to touch and knees together. Hands on your knees. Let's just do an open close. So we're just warming up those. And bring the knees together and bring your feet hip-width apart. Sitting up nice and straight and tall. Let's take the shoulder up, down, and back. And we're going to use our ankles, heels, and toes and walk your knees wide. So when you're looking at your legs, your ankles should be under your knees, so not too far forward or not too far back. Beautiful. Okay, so with your hands on your thighs or underneath your chair, I'm going to drop one knee and then the other. So move slow. This might not be a movement your hip wants to do today. So take it easy. This is a really nice movement because it brings your hip through the whole range of motion. And let's draw the knees up and then we'll walk the feet together. Let's take the right knee into your chest and give it a little hug. And then the left knee into your chest and we'll give it a little hug. Okay, let's do something for the feet before we stand up. So we'll sit back in our chair. So half your thigh is supported and we'll stretch out right leg. Stretch it right out, press through the heels, sit up nice and straight and tall. Do a little point and flex. And we'll go round and round, big circles. Let's go the other direction with your circle, big as you can make it. And then release, bend the knee, and we'll go to the other side. So left leg, press through the heel, we'll do some point and flex. And then some big circles round and round. And we'll stop in the center and go in the opposite direction. And release. Perfect. Let's come up onto the balls of your feet. And then down into the heels and lift your toes. Back on up to the balls of your feet, lift your heel. And then lift your toes, and one more time. Okay, let's stand up. I'm gonna face this way, but many of you are facing forward, and that's fine too. I'm gonna start with the chair seat away from me. Okay, so you've got your chair there if you need it. And if all four legs are on the mat, it's a little sturdier because it's a non-skid mat. And we're just gonna stand behind the chair. Your hands can be on your hips or the top of the chair or down by your side. It's gonna lift up onto the balls of your feet. And then lift your toes. So we're just rocking the weight from the front to the back. And your chair is there if you need it. Let's do it a couple more times, warming up the feet. Notice if the ball of your feet rolls to the baby side of your foot. See if you can keep the weight evenly distributed under the big toe and under the baby toe. Okay, let's come back into mountain pose. So our feet are hip width apart. Our legs are nice and strong, but they're not locked back. Your pelvis is in neutral, right? Lifting up and out of your center, take those shoulders up, back, and down. Nice open chest. Okay, take a nice deep breath here. And with your hands on the back of your chair, we'll exhale as we move into downward dog. Easy knees for downward dog. And as you start to Draw the breath in, lift the chest, and walk to the back of your chair. Back into our mountain pose. So let's do this back and forth 3 times. So we're starting with a breath in, and exhale, downward dog. Just as soon as you start to draw the breath in, lift the chest and walk back into mountain. Keep the movement with your breath. And one last one on an exhale, walking back into downward dog. And inhaling back into mountain. Okay, let's stay right behind our chair. And with your hands on your hips or your hands on your chair, let's step 1 foot. This is my left foot, stepping back. So my right foot is in front, but my hips are square, so they're not out here. They're both facing forward, and my legs are straight. Let's move into warrior with your arms down by your side, and we're going to use the breath. So as you draw the breath in, the arms will come out and up, and that forward knee is going to bend. See that back leg nice and straight. So we're going to exhale it out and down, and then the legs are straight. So use your breath into brave warrior and back to open feet. Here we go. Inhale. Brave warrior and back. Let's do it 2 more times. And this last one, we'll hold for a breath. So the next time you inhale the breath, straighten the leg and bring the arms down. Let's walk the feet together. And we'll use our arms. Nice deep breath in. And exhale it out and down. Let's do another one like that. Nice deep breath in. And let it go with a... Okay, beautiful. Other side. Beginning in mountain. Stepping the right foot back, left foot forward. Arms down by your side. We're going to use the breath to come in and out of warrior. Here we go. Let's do 3 more. And this last one, we'll hold for a breath. Here we go. When you draw the breath in, straighten those legs and bring the arms down, and we'll walk the feet together. Okay, let's begin with a breath in and use the exhale to walk into a downward dog. And when you're ready, and draw the inhale, lift the chest and walk back to mountain. So mountain is a pose that builds the heat, gives you strength. Downward dog is the pose that balances your breath. So it's nice to mix the two, where we're building a little heat and then we're balancing it out. Okay. I'm going to move to the side of my chair. And bring your feet into mountain. That's a good idea. Let's do that. There is a water bubbler out here. If people don't have water. Warrior makes you sweat. Let's come into mountain next to the chair, and then we'll open our feet nice and wide. So with one hand handy to my chair, I'll inhale the other arm right up next to your ear. And we're going to use the breath to reach up and stretch, and then exhale and open. See if you can keep those legs straight. Inhale, reach up, stretch up through your fingers, and exhale, open. Let your movement reflect your breath. Even if it's slower than what we're doing, follow your own innate wisdom. And the next time you inhale up, we'll release that arm, bend the elbow, bring it down. Okay, let's walk the feet together. You can turn around, but then you won't see me, or you can move your chair to the opposite side. We do a lot of furniture moving in this class. Okay, coming into our mountain pose. Nice and straight and strong. Imagine if I came up to you and gave you a little shove. Could you maintain this position here? Could you maintain your mountain? Okay, let's open our feet nice and wide. Handy hand right next to the chair, the opposite arm right up next to your ear, and we're going to use the breath to open. And lift and stretch. Imagine you're a flower pressed between the pages of a book. Inhale up and release that arm and walk the feet together. Let's bring the feet back into mountain, and we'll take a couple of breaths here. Nice deep breath, arms out and up. And exhale them out and down with a nice deep breath in, out and up. And let the breath out with the okay. I'm going to move the chair just a bit because I don't want it to get in my way. So we're coming into mountain. Open your feet nice and wide. And with your hands on your hips, we're just going to move from side to side. So hip to one side and then to the other. See if you can keep those legs nice and straight. If you need to bend a knee for the sake of a hip, it's certainly okay. And then we'll make big circles, so pressing your bottom away and your hips forward. And making big circles. There we go. Hula dancer. And let's come to center and go in the opposite direction. Round and round. Bend your knees if you need to. It takes the heat out of your back. And let's come back to center and walk the feet together. Okay, let's take that warrior, take that mountain, and turn yourself behind your chair. I'm going to move my chair so that I'm not standing.
This is the hardest part.
Right, it's yoga for the brain too. Right? You gotta pay attention. Okay, with my hands on my chair, I'm going to step my left foot back. So hips are square, legs are straight. We're going to do a little modification of the warrior one. So arms down by your side, using your breath to come into warrior one. And then you're gonna exhale, one arm in front and the other arm in back for a warrior two. Inhale it up, beautiful. Warrior one, and the arms come down. It's a little tricky. I have my right foot in front. Do you all have your right foot in front? Okay, then I'll say left and right. Okay, arms down by your side. We're gonna inhale out and up into warrior one. As you exhale, right arm drops in front, left arm drops in back, warrior two. Inhale the arms up, and exhale the arms down. Let's do it two more times, I think we can. Inhale, bend the forward knee, warrior one. Right arm drops in front, left arm drops in back, warrior two. Inhale, warrior one, and exhale out. Let's do one more. Here we go. Warrior one, out and up. Exhale, right arm in front, left arm in back, warrior two. Arms up, warrior one, and exhale them out and down. Walk the feet together. I'm sure you feel that calf, right? Okay, let's hold for a breath. Nice deep breath out to the side. And let it out with the nice deep breath in, fill it up. And let it out with the okay. This time, right foot steps back, left foot in front. Hips are forward. We're going to start with the arms down by your side. Inhaling out and up. Warrior one. We're going to drop the left hand forward, right hand back. Warrior two. Inhale up. Warrior one, and exhale. I can't see what people are doing. Inhale out and up. Warrior one. Exhale, left in front, right in back, shoulders down. Warrior two. Inhale. Warrior one, hips forward, and exhale out and down. Let's do two more of those. Out and up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, warrior one. And arms out and down. Last one. Out and up. Left arm in front, right arm in back. Warrior two. Inhale up. And exhale out and down. Walk the feet together. Just deep breath in. And let it out with the arms out in front, all the way up, and let it out with the okay. Let's stand behind our chair. Once again, start with a nice deep breath in. And walk yourself into downward dog on the exhale. Bring the energy down. Inhale, lift the chest. Back into mountain. As you exhale, walk downward dog. Nice deep breath, lifting the chest. And walk to mountain. Okay. Let's come back and sit in our chair. Actually, no. I think I'm in chair yoga again. Let's come all the way down onto our hands and our knees. And set yourself up in table pose. So table pose, the back nice and straight. Straight arms, straight arms. Knees bent, knees hip width apart, hands shoulder width apart. So let's do a little cat and cow. Cat and cow. Cow draws your heart forward and your spine sinks right down in, just like a hammock. Feel that. And then as you exhale, round through your spine, let your head hang. Imagine that Halloween cat. Using the inhale to drop again into the cow. And the exhale to round into the cat. Now your head and your neck are not the main driver of this pose, it's your spine. So let your head just hang. And let your neck and your head be soft and just go for the ride. And the next time you exhale, let's walk the hands back. Pressing your bottom towards your heels, and we'll move into a child's pose. And as you draw your next breath in, walk your hands back towards your knees to come sit in rock pose. Or if your knees aren't going to comply, the high kneel. Okay, let's lift up into the high kneel and we'll press our hips forward just a bit with your hands on your hips. We're gonna press them forward. We're gonna roll your shoulders up, back, and down and squeeze them together in a little bit of a camel pose. Release the effort and ground the tops of your feet. Bring the hands to your hips, shoulders up, back, and down, and squeeze them together. Press your hips forward into a camel pose. And then ease up. One last time. Try not to lift the head. Think of the back of your neck there. Crunch, crunch. So keep your head and your neck elongated. So here we go. Hands on hips, shoulders up, down, and back. Squeeze. Press your hips forward. Head and neck aligned with your chest. And then we'll inhale back. It's a good one. So the pose is, your heels. But that's quite a compression on your low back crunch. So yeah, we modify it. You're welcome. Back into table, and let's walk your hands again back into the child's pose. When you're ready, walk your hands and we'll come back into rock pose or the high kneel. And then we'll sit off to one side and draw the legs out in front. This is quite a flexion of your hip, so move mindfully. Okay, sitting up nice and straight and tall. Sometimes this is what happens in this pose is we're trying to maintain that tall spine. Sometimes our hips don't want to work in that way. So sitting up nice and straight and tall, let's take our hands alongside and press them down. Lift up to the crown of your head. Let's put a little bend in the knee and we'll reach the fingers towards your ankles, your toes, or even give yourself a nice big hug underneath your thighs. We'll straighten those legs and we're going to open the heels and make your feet and legs nice and wide. Do the best you can. Hands out in front. Fingertips out in front. And we're just gonna walk them a bit forward. We're not going far. Just wanna feel a stretch here. Feel it, right? Ease up and back. We'll take a hand on either side of your right knee or left, doesn't matter, we'll get to both. Press through the heels, really make those legs active. Don't let your sit bones lift, ground them down. Hand on either side of the right knee. We're looking to make the connection of your torso to your thigh. That's it. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. And then we'll ease up and to the center. Let's go to the left side now. A hand on either side, left knee. Press through the heel and draw your torso down towards your thigh. Do the best you can. And then we'll ease up. Let's bring the hands out and back, and then we'll bring the soles of your feet together. This is cobbler's pose. Do the best you can. Do a little butterfly flap. The kids like the butterfly flap. And then knees together and stretch those legs out in front. Okay, let's come all the way down onto our backs. Let's take the right knee into your chest and give it a little hug, and then stretch that left leg away. Make it active by pressing through the heel. The toes are looking up at the ceiling. Let's switch it now and bring the left knee into your chest and stretch the right leg away. Let's go back to the right. Hug that knee, stretch the left leg away. Now this one's tricky. Yoga for the brain, gotta pay attention. Take the left hand on your right knee and guide that knee right across your torso to the other side. Now wherever you need to stop, listen to your body and make that adjustment. Let's take both arms and reach down towards your right knee and allow yourself to roll onto your back again. And then we'll go ahead and release that knee. Taking your right knee, left knee into your chest and stretching the right leg away. With your right hand on that left knee, you're going to guide it across the body and all the way to the other side. Now this is called a cat stretch. I don't know why. I've never seen a cat do this. With your hands, reach to your knee and roll onto your back. Let's take both knees into your chest. I like to cross my ankles in this pose and just rock from side to side. Giving your low back a nice massage. You could even make big circles in the air with your hands on your knees and massage your low back round and round. And let's stop in the center and go in the opposite direction. Let's drop those feet onto your mat. Feet are hip width apart. We're going to move into a bridge pose. So I just want to warn you, for lack of a better word, to keep your focus, your gaze to the ceiling. So you're not rolling your head from side to side in bridge pose. In bridge pose, the weight is transferred from your hips onto your shoulders, so move mindfully. You're not going to hold any length of time in this. We're just going to use the in-breath to lift your hips and press. Nice strong thighs. And then release, coming down nice and slow, almost like you're touching every vertebra on the way down. Inhaling, lifting your hips. Your arms can be down by your side, on your belly. And release one vertebrae at a time. Inhale and lift. And exhale and lower. So we're not holding for any length of time, just moving in and out. And the next time you exhale and lower, keep your feet and your hips right on the mat. Let's walk your feet out to the edges of your mat, and we're going to take turns just dropping the knees to the center. This one reminds me of windshield wipers. And next time you drop one knee, just hold for a breath. And lift up and back to each knee dipping in the center. Let's go on the other side now and hold for a breath. And then lift those knees, dipping each knee to the center. Let's lift both knees to the ceiling and then walk the feet in for the butt. Let's spend a few minutes on something for our abdomen. So let's place your hands on your thighs. And as you exhale, reach to your knees. Use the breath. Inhale, the head and the shoulders down. And exhale, reach to your knees. And the next time you reach for those knees, let's hold for a breath. And release the shoulders, release the head and neck. Let's take the right knee into your chest and extend the left leg away. Same thing here. As you exhale, we'll lift your nose towards your knee and your knee towards your nose. And release. So we're not going to hold for any length of time. We're using the breath. And then release that knee. We'll go to the other side. So left knee into your chest, stretch right leg away. Use the exhale to lift the back of your head, nose towards your knee. And as you inhale, release the head, release the shoulders. Last one, let's hold for a breath. Gently release shoulders, release the head. And we're gonna extend those legs nice and long. Let's draw the arms down by your torso, and roll the palms up to the ceiling. Now take a few minutes here and draw your chin towards your chest, opening the back of your neck. And then draw one shoulder up, down, and back. Flatten out that shoulder blade. Same thing on the other side. Draw one shoulder up towards your ear, and then draw it back and down and flatten out your shoulder blade. When you do that, you notice more space in your chest to breathe. So checking in with hips and low back. Sometimes it's nice to bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, press your hips up to the ceiling, and then settle down your lowest of back, nice and grounded on the floor. Now the legs stretched long are definitely optional. If you have back issues, maybe your knees are best bent. So just drawing your breath in, filling up your belly. And all the spaces, all the way down to your fingers, and all the way down to your toes. Close your eyes if you'd like to, and we'll just spend a few minutes in Shavasana. Let's come back from Shavasana by wiggling your fingers and then wiggling your toes. How about rolling through your wrists and then rolling through your ankles? And lastly, bending those knees and taking them in towards your chest. Let's do a little side to side. Pull your back, so nice. And take a moment to roll onto one side and let your head be the last thing that comes up. Okay. Now I'm mindful that this is not the best position for everybody. I'm not going to stay here very long, but make yourself comfortable. Okay, hands together in front of our heart. We didn't say namaste this morning. It was off today. We're in
But which one in the building has something?
Yeah.
Getting in.
We did.
You do.
We made it. Okay, hands together in front of your heart. Lift up to the crown of your head, nice long spine. Breathe deep into your belly. The next time you draw a breath in, bring your hands way up here, your forehead, and way back down to your heart. Right, we're making that mind-body connection. So simple. We'll add a little bow for namaste. Namaste. Have a wonderful Saturday.
Thank you too.
Thank you for coming. I think that we're going to be at the town hall next week. I think this is just for this week.
The elevators.
Oh,
In the town hall.
The
I never
elevator,
used that elevator in there.
the elevator didn't pass inspection,
I don't
so
know.
I had to get a car.
So that's my
So,
technology.
all the storage managers have closed the building. Even though,
We don't use that.
well, no, it's, the chief said, fire department, if I was in the one board, the one, which would take you 3 years.
Yeah, well, that's too bad.
Some people would like to be helped. Have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize you were working 3 years.
Good morning. Okay, so I'm praying that nobody showed up at the town hall. And no one's here, but we'll figure it out. Okay, good morning. Let's do some chair yoga. Let's sit back in our chair just to begin, and we'll do a few minutes of centering. So take your shoulders up, down, and back. Open your chest. Do that a few times. Starting to open those areas that just stay so tight. Settle your shoulders down and back and breathe into your belly. Ground yourself down through the feet and lift up to the crown of your head, supporting your own spine here. So I'm not sitting back in the chair and I'm really lifting up the crown of my head, trying to create a nice long spine. And maintain the spaces in between, so important. Okay, let's begin. We'll just bring the arms down by your side, roll the shoulders up, down, and back, and do a little squeeze of your shoulder blades. I love it. Again, up, down, back, and squeeze. And last one, up, down, and back, and add the squeeze. Okay, hands on hips. Let's start with a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, glide your hands over your knees. Allow your fingers to come down towards your ankles. And as you start to draw the inhale, walk the hands up and back. Let's try that again. Nice. Let's glide those hands all the way down towards your ankles, let your head hang. And when you start to draw the breath in, walk the hands up and back. Love it. One more time, starting with the breath in. And then we'll glide our hands. This time, let's hold for a moment. And as you draw the breath in, we'll come up and back to seated. Let's engage the arms, so we'll take them down by your side, shoulders roll up, down, and back, and reach through your fingers on each side. Let's add a little reach, so we're shifting the weight from left to right. See if you can keep both sit bones grounded down to the chair as you reach to one side. Feel it wants to lift. Let's see if you can ground it down. We're making our abdomen work here. Let's do one more reach on each side. And then we'll come to center and let those arms go. Let's do some shoulder rolls. How about some circles forward with your shoulders? We don't do those as often. And then draw your shoulders right up next to your ears and we'll squeeze a bit. And then release the effort. Feel a nice long neck. Let's try it again. Lifting your shoulders and squeeze a bit. And then shoulders down, a nice long neck. Last one. Let's take the arms out to the side again. This time we're pressing through the heel of your knee. So you're pressing a flat wall on each side. Press, press. out from the center. Fingertips are looking up. And then release the fingers and draw them down and under. Stretching the wrists. Press, press. Through the heels of your hands and then down and under. And last one, press, press. And down. I love it. Okay, let's take the hands together, interlace the fingers, and press your palms forward. Let's inhale them all the way up, and we'll go from side to side. Again, this is the work of your abdomen as you keep your sit bones grounded. So we're inhaling up, nice and straight, and exhaling over. Inhaling up, nice and straight. Release your fingers, and the arms come down. I'm going to move to the front of my chair. When you're seated on the edge of your chair, your core is asked to work a little harder, and that's what we want. We want to keep that core nice and strong, keep our independence, keep our mobility. Okay, arms down by your side. Let's inhale them out and up again. Exhale them out and down. Inhale them out and up. And then exhale them out and down with a one last time. Beautiful. Bringing the arms out to the side, this time your palms facing forward. Give yourself a nice big hug, and let's rock from side to side. Okay, and then how about a twist from side to side? And coming back to center. Notice which arm is on top as we're going to switch it up. Arms out to the side, palms facing forward, big hug, and we'll rock from side to side. Let's add a twist. And release those arms. Let's inhale the arms out to the side. This time, bend your elbows and bring your fingers behind your head. We're gonna open the elbows and open the chest. And then release. Again, inhale, draw your elbows back, open the chest, and then release the effort. And last one, open your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then release the effort and draw the arms down. Let's inhale and reach to the back of your chair. So if that feels like too much, you can always reach to the back of the seat of your chair. So it's a little lower and it's less of an opening for your shoulders. So we're going to inhale and open the chest this way or this way. And as you exhale, we're going to bring the arms out in front and round through your spine. So inhale, open and reach back. And exhale, draw the hands together and round. Let's do one more after this. And last one. Release the hands to your thighs. And we'll move lower now into our hips. Let's just do a little open float. So, and then feet hip width apart. And we'll walk the feet wide. And then walk them together. So this is more for the ankles. Walking your feet wide. I don't know if you can see, but I'm switching from my heels to the balls of my feet. Let's go open one more time. And close, rest. Let's take the right knee into your chest and we'll give it a little hug. Try not to lose your nice tall spine. And we'll go to the other side. So knee in, give it a little hug. Back to the right. See how I press down through my heel? I make that leg active. And last one. Sit up nice and tall. Lifting through the crown of your head. Straighten the body, then strengthen it. Oh, good morning. You're on Zoom, just so you know.
Oh,
You want to have a seat and join us?
Judy's here and she brought 2 more people.
Oh, wow. Should I go up and let her in?
Well, we came in the back door.
Oh, okay.
We got in by way of the,
Right. I waited up there for a bit, but then nobody was there. So, Faith, we're just going to do masks today. While you're not in your chair, I apologize. We have some attendees, which is great.
oh,
You're seated. You're good.
well, it's nice to see you in person.
It is.
Um,
I'm just going to keep on going because I have people on Zoom, so I'm just going to keep on going. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Seated up nice and straight and tall. Let's stretch the right leg forward and we'll add a reach. And stretch the left leg forward and we'll add a reach. Very nice. Let's do one more on each side, right leg and add a reach. And left leg and add a reach. Okay. Sitting up nice and straight and tall. Let's take the soles of our feet together and our knees nice and wide. Don't lose that nice tall spine. And then knees together, feet on the floor. Let's do right into your chest again. And left knee into your chest again. So we have some visitors. Hi ladies, come on in. I just want to let you know that you're on camera.
Hello.
How are you? So I'm going to ask you to wear a mask when you're not in your chair.
I've got one in my pocket.
Okay, and I have
Oh,
some
yeah.
here.
I can,
I'll send you, don't worry about that. And when you're ready, have a seat. I'm just going to keep on going. Whatever you wish to. Okay. I know it is kind of, you know why? Because when we have the blinds open, then it washes everything out. It's hard to see.
I know, and I have that trouble when you're in the town hall, I can't see your face.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's good to know. But I'm glad you've been on Zoom. That's great.
Hmm?
I'm glad you were on Zoom with us. That's great.
Yeah, I have been on Zoom
Oh wow!
all along.
Wow!
Yeah,
That's great.
Well,
See,
I don't know if you knew it.
I don't know. I know Masako has been. All right, we're gonna keep going. Here we go.
This is Lucille.
Hi,
Hi.
Lucille.
He's from Hudson.
It's lovely to meet you. Have you done yoga before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is very gentle class. We don't get crazy. You know, be mindful and go at your own pace. Good morning.
Oh, and this is Nancy.
Hi,
This is
Nancy.
Marlboro.
Come on in.
And this is Sharon.
I'm asking people to wear your mask when you're not in your chair, because I have some right here.
Okay. Are we supposed to say?
I'll do that.
Oh,
Before people leave, I'll just grab your name.
I'll just
Just
sit down.
until you, there you go. Thank you so much. Have you done yoga before? Okay. So just, you know, listen to your body, do what you can do. Yeah, it's so nice to be back in person in this room, isn't it?
I like it much better here than at the town hall.
Yeah,
Even though I've only been on.
yeah. All right, so let me just fix this cord and then we'll get back.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I just don't want you to
that.
trip, that's all.
We don't have a mask on.
That's okay.
Because you don't need it now.
No,
When you
not
sit
now.
down, you won't.
But when you get out to get your things and you're conversing and stuff, Just if you wouldn't mind wearing
Now,
it. That-
where the phone, you go up now or after?
You can do it at the end.
All right.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna move to the edge of my chair. When you move to the edge of your chair, you're stimulating standing, essentially, because you're supporting your own spine and your core is working. So that's why I always ask people to come to the edge. We work a little harder when we're on the edge. Okay, take your time. Let's start with a nice deep breath. How about that? Nice deep breath into your belly, fill it up. And let it out with a down. We'll go ha down instead of ha out. Nice deep breath in. And just let it out. Okay, let's add the arms. So nice deep breath in. We'll reach them out and then we'll reach them all the way up. Do the best you can. And then exhale out and down. Out and up as you breathe in. And then out and down as you breathe out. Very nice. Let's try one more like that. And out and down. Very nice. Let's roll these shoulders. It's so tight. Let's roll them up, down, and back. And then we'll add a few circles forward. Forward's a little harder. You have to think about it a little more. And then we'll draw the shoulders down. Let's bring them right up next to your ear. And you can squeeze a bit and then just release it back. Feel, if your neck feels longer, try it again. Shoulders up to your ears. We'll add a little squeeze and then draw them down. See if your neck is magically longer. One more time. Up to your ears and squeeze and release. Beautiful. So let's reach out to the side and pointing your fingers. Imagine there's something on this side just out of reach that you can't touch. This side too, there's something just out of your reach, maybe a wall. So we'll reach this side and this side so you can keep your core nice and tight. Hold that belly in, abs nice and tight. And then coming back to center, release the arms. Let them hang by your side. We'll give them a shake. Let's reach the arms up to the side. This time we're gonna press through the heels of your hands here. Just press, 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 press. Imagine that wall now is starting to close in. We're keeping it at bay. And then drop your fingers down and we'll curl them under. Stretch the top. Again, pressing through the heels of your hands. Fingers are up. And then curl them under. One last time, press, press. And then curl. Very nice. Hang your arms down by your side, give them a shake. Let's bring the hands in front and we'll interlace them. Press your palms forward, and this time we'll inhale them all the way up and over. Do the best you can. If you're bending your elbow a bit, that's okay too. And we're just gonna move gently from side to side. Just a bit to one side, and a bit to the other side. And then release your fingers out and down. Let's add some rolls for your shoulders. Very nice. Let's reach to the back of your chair. Asaka's getting to do this all again. She's on Zoom. So we're going to reach to the back of your chair. If that feels like too much, reach down towards the back of your chair. And it's a little less stressful, I think, for the shoulders. So then we'll draw the arms out in front and round through your spine. So we'll inhale and reach back and open the chest. And then exhale and bring the arms together out in front of your chest. Let's do it once more. Open and close. And then release your hands to your thighs and we'll go from side to side. So hold the underside of your chair on one side, it doesn't matter which, and then the opposite arm right up next to your ear. So use your breath as you breathe in, stretch and reach up. And as you exhale, open the side. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale and open. Let's do one more. And then we'll come to center and release that arm. Let's switch it up. Holding underneath, arm right up next to your ear. And we're gonna open, do the best you can. Inhale, stretch and reach, and open. You can even have a little bend in the elbow if that feels good. And one last. Inhale the arm up and release it down. Again, let's roll those shoulders. Let's bring the arms out to the side, palms facing forward, and we'll give ourselves a nice big hug. Let's rock from right to left, so side to side. Everybody needs a hug. We all need hugs. And coming to center, and we'll twist. A little twist. Just one more. And look down and see which arm is on top, because we're going to switch it up. Arms out to the side. Give yourself a nice big hug. Let's move from side to side. Coming to center, we'll do a little twist, right and left. And coming to center, release those arms. Hang them by your side. You feel like we worked them, right? Feels like we did something. Let's place our hands on our thighs and we'll do a gentle forward bend. So forward bend always starts with the breath in. So if you can bring the breath nice and deep into your belly as we draw it in. And as you exhale, just glide your hands over your knees, just whatever feels right. And then when you start to inhale the breath, go ahead and walk the hands up and back. A lot of time when we bring our head forward and down, then up again, we can get that kind of washy feeling like, whew. And that's okay, and it's normal actually. But if it doesn't go away, that's not okay. So just be mindful. Start with the breath in, and then glide those hands over your knees down towards your ankles. Now you can let your head go here, or you can keep your chin in line with your chest. And when you're ready, we'll walk those hands up and back. Okay, let's do a twist. So this is my left arm out here, and I'm gonna bring it all the way over to my right knee. And then my right hand's gonna come on top. Try not to lose this nice tall spine here. As you inhale and lift the right arm up and reach it back. Do the best you can. Exhale and close, that's it. And then we'll do once more. And hands on thighs. Let's take your right hand all the way over to your left knee. And then the left hand comes on top. So if you just switch your hands and inhale, top hand, top arm, reach it back. Oh, I see, okay. Reaching it back, just one more time. We're gonna open and hands on thighs. Let's move back in our chair. So your spine is supported by you. We're not sitting back in our chair. Although we want to, it's nice and cozy. But support your own spine, sit up nice and straight and tall. And we'll stretch the right leg out. Press through the heel of your foot and bring the toes back towards you. Get a nice stretch of your calf and of your hamstrings. And we'll do a little point and flex. Let's add a circle. So draw a big circle in the air with your toes. Just opening up that ankle. And then stop in the center and go in the opposite direction. Big circle. Big as you can make them. And release the leg, release the foot. Okay, other side. Straight leg, we'll do a little point and flex. And then we'll do some big circles with your toes, round and round. And stop at the top and we'll go in the other direction. Okay, let's release the leg and foot and stretch both legs out in front. And press through the heels and draw your toes, not fingers, back towards you. And we'll point and flex. And we'll draw circles towards each other. We'll add the hands, just because it looks cool. It wasn't cool. And then we'll go in the opposite direction, roll them out. Okay, bend the knees, and we'll move to the edge of our chair again. Okay, so don't lose that nice tall spine, and we'll stretch out the right leg. Press through the heel and let the toes point up to the ceiling. And we're going to add a reach. So right hand reaches toward the right ankle. And then gently glide it up and back. So we use the breath. Inhale up. And exhale and reach. Very gentle. Inhale up. And exhale. Reach. Let's do one more, and that'll be 4. And then bend that knee and feet on the floor. Let's go to the other side. So stretch left leg and add a reach. Inhale it up and back. And exhale and reach. Let's do it one more time for a total of 4. And feet on the floor. So let's take the right knee and bring it into your chest and give it a little hug. And try not to lose your nice tall spine. And release, and we'll go to the other side. Left knee, bring it into your chest, give it a little hug. And release your foot to the floor. Let's do open close, open close. I love those sneakers.
Yeah, I do, huh?
Oh, they are. They're adorable. I love the color too. So we're just open and close. This is really nice for our hips, right? Nice for our hips. And we will ground the feet to the floor. We're going to walk the feet wide. So we'll kind of rotate balls of your feet and heels. We're going to open and close times. So open, balls of your feet, heels, and close. Let's open them one last time, and then we'll keep them open and sit up nice and straight and tall. Okay, with your hands on your thighs, or you can hold the underside of your chair. We're just gonna take turns dropping one knee to the center. If it feels like it's too much, you can always walk your feet in. Kind of less stress on your hip. And we're just gonna take turns, dropping one knee to the center and then the other. You can go slow or fast, whatever feels right. Okay, so let's come and bring both knees up, and then we'll walk the feet together. Let's stretch one leg forward, and then the other leg forward, and one more each side. One leg forward, and the other leg forward. Okay. All right, let's do something for our feet. We'll come up onto the balls of your feet. It's harder with shoes, but I think you should definitely have shoes because we are going to stand. And then come down into your heels and lift your toes to the ceiling. And then again down onto the balls of your feet and stretch your toes. And lift your toes up on the heels. One last time. Okay, feet nice and flat on the floor. And then we're gonna walk the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall away. See how that feels on your hips. This is called a cobbler's pose. And then we'll draw the knees together and feet nice and flat on the floor. So we're gonna stand up and use our chair. So if you've got stuff, and I know we all have stuff, pocketbooks and that kind of thing, if you could just move it away. Because when you stand, I don't want you to stand up and then trip on stuff.
Oh, I think it was full of double leg.
Oh,
Oh,
I see that. Okay. So we'll get up and stand behind our chair. Okay. So look down at your feet. You want them to be hip width apart. And to figure out what hip width apart looks like, you can find your bony protrusions. They're not called bony protrusions. I can't remember what it's called right now, but I will in a minute. I'm sorry?
Prominence.
Prominence. Is it really? Oh,
Only prominence.
prominence. Oh, I'm just trying to think of the name of the bone.
Only prominence.
That big elephant, looks like a big elephant ear. It's called your iliacus. Iliacus. Okay, right there. Are you a nurse, Judy?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I
Oh,
thought.
no.
Yeah. Okay, so find those, right? And point your fingers down. So you want a nice line, right, from your hips all the way down. You should kind of fall to the center of your foot. So that's hip width apart. Hip width apart. All right. So holding onto your chair, let's come up and onto the balls of your feet and lift your heels. Just do the best you can. Just kind of play with this where we're shifting weight from the back to the front, right? Back and front. And we're building nice strong calves and shins. And you've got your chair, so you don't have to worry about balance. Okay. And then let's open our feet a little wider than your chair. With your hands on your hips, let's just move from side to side. So if you want to hang onto your chair, because you feel like you need to, that's fine too. So side to side. And let's press left hip out and we'll hold. What do you feel? I feel it in my thigh. And right hip out and hold. I feel it in my hip on this side. And back to the center. Let's make some circles now, like a hula dancer, round and round. If you put a little bend in your knee, it's easier to kind of make that circle with your hips. Or if you want to close your feet in, you can do that too. So we're looking for those big circles. Press your bottom back and your hips forward. Now let's stop in the center and move in the opposite direction. So circles, but the other way. And then we'll come back to center. And walk your feet into mountain pose. So every standing pose begins in what's called a mountain pose. And we just take a few moments to align our joints. So nice straight legs, but our knees are not locked back, right? You can feel that if you're locking your knees, ease up on that. And then your center. You know, we kind of, you know, this is our posture a lot of the time, right? So stand up nice and straight and tall. Take those shoulders back just like in the army. Open your chest, lift up to the crown of your head. So you're lifting your torso out of your center. A lot of times we like to settle it down and lift it up. And shoulders up, down, and back, right? More space to breathe. So this is our mountain pose. And so once you've set it all up, just let it go. So we're not collapsing it, but we're letting it go, right? We're not holding straight and strong and tight like a mountain. We're easing into our mountain. All right. So with your hands on your chair, or maybe you don't need that, we're just going to lift the heel and kick it towards your back. So you could hold onto your chair, or put your hands on your hips, whatever's going to work with kicking to the back, just waking up the legs. Side to side. Okay, let's come to center in our mountain pose. And with your hands on your chair or your hands on your hips, you're just going to take your big toe and point it out in front and off to the side. Toe and toe. That's it. Toe and toe. One more on each side, and then we'll add the heel. So we're going heel and heel. So it's like a little dance. Heel and heel. Let's try. Toe, toe, and heel. Heel. Last one. All right. Coming back into mountain. All right. We're going to open our feet a little wider than hip width apart, but not as wide, not wider than your chair. Okay. Hands on your hips. We're going to move from side to side.
Am I on the chair?
I'm sorry?
Am I on the chair?
You can definitely hold on to the chair. Okay, so right hip out and hold. And left hip out and hold. Let's do a pose. So we'll come to mountain, but don't move your feet. Your feet are a little wider than hip width apart. We're going to take one arm right up next to your ear and the other down, reach it down as you open up the side. But if you need to hang onto your chair, you can do that too. And then bring it up and the arm comes down. Let's do the other side. So feet are a bit open. Opposite arm up next to your ear and open the whole side. Inhale it up and down. Let's try a downward dog. So I'm going to move, but I want you to stay right where you are. I'm just going to move so that you can see. I'm going to stand behind my chair in the mountain pose. And with your hands on the top of your chair, I'm going to walk myself back into downward dog. So downward dog, nice straight legs, but the knees are never locked. I'm going to try to straighten those arms. Do the best you can. If your head is above your elbows, that's okay too. And when you're ready, we're gonna inhale and lift the chest and walk back to mountain pose. I'll go this way too. Okay, let's try it once more. We're beginning in mountain, right? Shoulders up, back, and down, easy knees. Start with the breath in. And we'll just walk back into mountain. So walking away, remember those knees are easy. And then see if you can drop your head between your elbows. If your head is higher, that's okay too. And when you're ready, inhale and lift the chest and walk nice and slowly back to the back of your chair. Okay, it looks like we only have about 8 minutes left. So I'm gonna have you come back to your chair and we'll do a couple poses in our chair. How's everybody doing? Give me one of these. This is what I was doing on Zoom. Give me one of these if you're doing okay. You didn't give me one of those and I knew maybe something was going on.
No.
You doing okay, Judy?
Yeah, I like arms and
Yes, right. Oh, arms on a chair. Yes, yeah. Right. And then, yeah, these don't have them either.
You don't have anything. Well, there's
No.
one out there.
Oh, you could use that next time. That's a
Yeah.
great idea, the blue one, yeah. It might impede your ability to twist a little bit, but if you feel safer in it, that's the most important.
Now.
Okay, so let's come to the edge of our chair. We talked about how when we're at the edge of our chair, our core is working. So try not to lose that nice tall spine that we have. Let's try a pose. Let's do a downward dog pose, all right? So we're gonna stretch both legs out in front and do so mindfully. I want you to feel safe. I notice that if I have a little bit of bend in the knee, I don't feel like I'm gonna fall forward. So just a little bit of a bend and then sit up nice and straight and tall. So downward dog draws the arms out and all the way up, which can be a lot. So if you want to bring your arms down here, you can do that too. It's going to depend on what your shoulders are feeling today, okay? So we're going to inhale, arms out and up. We can bend the elbows and do like a cactus pose. I think that's probably better. And we're going to hinge just a bit forward, only inches. Your torso forward. Let's inhale back and release the arms. So I'll show you what a downward dog pose looks like. In a seated position, we're doing like a modified downward dog. So my arms would be right up next to my ear, and then I would come forward with straight legs. We're modifying it a bit. We're going to put a bump in the knees. Inhale the arms out to the side, then bend the elbows in cactus pose. And we're going to come just inches forward. Just inches, that's it. Inhaling up and back, release the arms, release the legs, and let's do an open, close, open, close. Okay, let's try a tree pose. Tree pose is a balance pose. But we're seated in a chair, so we're not gonna balance in our chairs, but we'll see. Big toes touch. Ankles together, knees together, and don't lose that nice tall spine. Okay. So one knee, this is my right knee, I'm just gonna let it fall out to the side. This left leg is grounded to the earth and the foot is nice and flat. So my right knee, I just allow it to fall. I'm up on the edge of my right foot and I'm gonna draw the sole of my foot right into the side of my left foot. So your hip is open on the right side. See how that feels. Hopefully it feels good, a nice stretch. If it doesn't, then you can bring them together, bring your knees together. So nice tall spine. We're gonna draw the arms out to the side, bend the elbows and hands to your heart. This is tree pose. With the breath in, we're gonna inhale these arms right up and overhead. tree pose. And exhale and bring the hands to your heart and bring the knees together and on the floor. All right, let's do the other side. So we'll close the feet, close our knees, and nice tall spine. This time, let the left knee fall to the side and bring that sole right to the side of your right foot. So this leg, thigh, is grounded into the earth, the foot is flat. Arms out to the side. You're going to bend the elbows and bring your hands to your heart. Next time we inhale, we'll reach them right up and overhead, tree pose. And draw the hands back down. And knees together and feet on the floor. Let's stretch one leg forward and the other. One leg forward and then let's do a little open close too. Okay. Last pose. Big toes touch, ankles together and knees together. Now we're going to cross your right thigh over your left. So for me, I have to help myself. If you're looking a little bit like this, that's okay too, as long as you're not in any pain. So crossing right thigh over left and seated nice and straight and tall. Notice my top foot, I'm pointing the toe down towards the earth. That might or may not work for you. It might kind of trigger Charlie horse for some people. Do the best you can. I'm sorry?
I think that's kind of tough.
Yeah, so go easy, go mindful. Okay, so the arms for this pose, which is eagle pose, are out to the side. We're gonna bend the elbows. Let's bring our hands together, heels of your hands, fingers, and see if we can bring those elbows together out in front. There we go. This is eagle pose. And our eagle in flight is to open and close. Eagle in flight. Okay, let's release the arms, release the legs, and we'll hold for a breath. Okay. Big toes touch, ankles together, knees together. This time I'm going to cross my left thigh over my right. And you may notice that the toes of my left foot are pointing towards the earth. That's how we make them active. Okay, don't lose this nice tall spine. We'll take the arms out to the side. We're going to bend the elbows and bring the palms forward. Start with the breath in and exhale and close your elbows, heels of your hands and fingers into eagle pose. I'm sure you can feel the stretch in the back of the back, your trapezius muscle. If you want to just release your arms to each side, you can do that too. Let's do our eagle in flight, open, close. Eagle in flight, open, close. And release the arms down, release the legs. Let's stretch one leg forward and then the other. One leg forward.
It's just about 11, Sharon.
Okay, I'm all finished. So let's sit
Perfect.
back in our chair. Thank you for the heads up. Okay, let's take a nice deep breath into our belly. See if you can fill it up, just like a big balloon down there. Draw the breath into your belly nice and deep. Let's take our arms out to the side. We'll bend the elbow, bring our hands into Namaste. These big thumbs rest right to the center of your chest. Some space between your fingers. We'll draw the hands way up here to the top of our head, making that mind-body connection, right? Making that mind-body connection. I'm gonna add a little bow for namaste. Namaste. The light in me honors the light. Namaste. Okay, we're good. Come back next week.
You are being here next week?
So I don't know. So